guys, welcome in. We're going to get a reading. So I was pulled away from a creative activity to give this message. So here it is. All right, we're going to call on our angels, saints, ancestors, spirit guides into our space for divine messages for our highest and greatest good. We're surrounded in divine white light and love. All right. All right, so community energy. All right, so we're using the Kipper, and then we're also using the Purpose and Career deck, which is new. So we'll tap into this a little bit here. I hope you guys are doing well. Heads up, I have an event coming up, so check that out on the site. It's on February 20th. 7 p.m. Limited spots, $45 a ticket, and everyone's guaranteed a reading. So it's really about coming together as a community, okay? Kind of, giving each other support, and then also feel free to bring your own deck with you. So if you want to pull cards as we go along and you have questions, I just wanted to kind of be reading specific, but it doesn't mean I need to be the only one reading, right? I look forward to engaging with you guys and kind of playing. It's like, when you have your girlfriends over and you play cards. Yeah, except for we're using tarot and oracle decks. So let me know if you're interested. I'm looking forward to connect with others, okay? So teamwork makes the dream work. Allowing others to share their talents and skills with you will help your career and business grow further. All right, so that's my intention. All right, let's see. Yeah, $45 for a ticket. It's from 7 to 9. I want to say it's a Thursday on the 20th of February. All right, let's see. Wow, look at this. I'm splitting the deck over here. Slander, spreading lies, hater, ego death. So someone could be outed to a community here, right? I feel like their lies, their deceit. I feel like all these versions of themselves that I feel like this is, what's happening here. The community is aware is what I'm getting. I feel like the information is spreading far and wide. Okay. All right. So let's do one more. And then we have take a spiritual bath and cleanse your energy. And then we have a light worker, healer, empath. All right. So again, these are the connections that we're making so that we can further assist our community, right? Because we're meant to take a leading role. Okay, bottom of the deck, they want me to keep it here. All right, so that's what's important. All right, so let's get this message. Yeah, and then they said keep the true crime deck on standby in case we need it. So all right, buckle up, buttercup. All right, if you're not picking up on this energy at this current time, then you must be hiding under a rock. Okay. But there's so much going on such a grand scale, and we're all impacted, that this is truly something that we're all feeling called. Okay, we're all feeling called. What's this? Yeah, someone might be very telepathic here. All right, so if you pick up on a lot of lyrics and things like that, music, you might be able to hear from your extrasensory perception, the ability to hear angelic music, sounds. But I feel like music specifically, you're very talented in the music area. You're very attuned. Okay, 2:33 on my timer. So let's get some info on this. All right, what's happening? What's happening is there's something about a community, or something's coming to light for the community. And it's about someone's lack of integrity and immorality. Okay, so there's that. Okay. I feel like there's a need to unplug from all of that and get more connected with nature. Spend more time, meditate, like focus on your mindset, because your mind affects your physical reality. And if you're taking in all this energy, then it could affect your reality. So they're wanting you to get connected, right? Especially Earth, Mother Gaia. Like, this is what they want you tuning into instead of this vile shit that's going on, okay, in the world. Like, tune into this, because this is how we create, okay? You have a choice. You have like a free will choice, okay? You could go left or you can go right, okay? Yeah, look at this karmic debt, like, okay, let's see. Brooms could be significant. She looks like she's riding on a broom and she's like, I'm out of here. So you could feel like you're full steam ahead. And then I have spiritual gifts coming out. I have intuition, visions, and dreams. So I feel like you're a very tapped in person. And so these are getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And they're really necessary for working with nature, okay, and the cycles and being attuned. I keep hearing the word attune, okay, attune with Earth, okay, attune with Gaia. So you could be someone who feels very close to, I don't know, you may be traveling, okay, because I do see like almost like a bit of a not, I don't know if the word's a cavalry, but like how they used to travel back in the day, like with like a small amount of people or a small group. But I'm getting like the land's different. So it's not somewhere you've been before, but you may have been there before, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm getting these, like, tapping into this energy here. So yeah, there is something that you might need to like go towards, and it might be like a distant land, okay, like another reality almost. Like, I feel like this is like another reality here. All right, so they're needing for you to connect so that you can receive the information, the guidance through either dreams, visions, or like other abilities of yours. Okay, that's what I'm getting with that. Okay. Okay. There's something about certain members being involved. So it doesn't have to be specifically karmic family. It also could be a group, members. They could feel like they're family. They could be like a close association. You know how sometimes when you're like, your friends become your family, and then there's also like, you know, those within a family unit that, you know, are very immoral and lack integrity. So I feel like this is something that may be affecting a community, or this involved also a community. So I have a karmic family and a community here as far as like the connections. Okay. We have a masculine at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I feel like what's going on here is childhood trauma. Okay, and it's as a result of unhealed wounds. All right, and I feel like there's something here playing out for somebody or those in our collective. Let me know if this resonates for you. But I have someone who's dealing with, you know, difficult coping skills, addiction, alcohol, drugs, sex, gambling, money. I feel like the reason this is coming up is because it's like out of hand, right? There's no moderation in this. And there's no integrity at all when it comes to this. So whatever's been going on here, I feel like this community here, okay, has something, you know, to do with it. I'm getting like this loss of job or someone being fired here is also part of this message. Could be like a consequence. Okay. What else do you want to say about this? Take a spiritual bath and cleanse your energy. Okay. What else? From this deception, betrayal, and this liar who wears a mask, who is pretending. Pretending. They want you to make a wish. A wish is coming. Okay. I feel like you are releasing karmic debt. Congratulations. And then we have divine protection. Saint Michael is on the case. So go, Saint Michael. Thank you. All right. This was a karmic lesson and connection, as well as what's playing out over here, a karmic connection and lesson. Okay. But here's the thing, like this was something that initiated you, right? And as a result, this experience, okay, helped release karmic debt. So everything has served its purpose as it was intended. And they want you to, again, ground and connect, okay? And this will take care of itself through the power that be. And it isn't them, okay? It's certainly not them or their toxic friends, okay? Right? Yeah, who's the black sheep now, I heard? Who's the black sheep? There's a black sheep. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Someone may want to reconcile here or has fear of someone wanting to reconcile. They're dealing with court, legal issues. And air signs involved, whether that's them. Same thing with the fire sign. Talk to your spirit guides, ancestors, and saints. And if you feel this energy projecting, the advice here is to redirect your thoughts to something positive and focus on and manifest the life that you desire. All right, well, that was awesome. Okay, so we kind of have like a group over here. So we're going to leave this there. And we're going to move this over here. We're going to get some additional info. Okay, what do you want to, use this deck? Okay. What do we got going on here? We have someone who looks like they have lost something. Could be a job, it could be a home, it could be multiple things. Maybe one thing leads to the next. Okay. I feel like it has something to do with a false person, them, or both. So I'm getting like there's a feminine and a masculine here. There's some sort of like, it's either a communication, so you could be receiving this with like within the week, okay? I'm trying to get like a timing. And I'm looking at the clock, and I'm looking at that this is the number 7. And someone may be going the long route, like actual snail mail, all right? Because it would probably not get witnessed. Like they could do it behind this person's back if they were able to mail it versus like email it, text it, or put it on any kind of platform. There's something here regarding concern. So this could be associated to like somebody they know is concerned about these two. Okay. Why are they concerned? Main female. Okay. And there's some sort of transformation here. Like someone's on an enlightened path. Someone's on like their soul's journey here. And it's almost like I'm getting desperation. I'm getting time feels like it's running out. And there could be somebody in the way. And someone feels trapped in the situation that they find themselves in. Because this false person pretended to be something that they weren't, just like they pretended to be something like they weren't. And so they met their match, and neither one of them is happy with one another, right? It's to the point of, you know, just continuously inflicting pain on one another because there's unresolved pain, right? So things are coming to the surface for this reason. Things are coming to light, all right? And maybe there's been some sort of truth, okay? There's this, the anchor's up, baby. So there's something in motion, traveling. Something's, you know, in transit. So that could be the communication here. Something's been sent or something's on its way. All right, so you might get warned that one or the two are dealing with issues and there's some sort of concern about this, okay? I am getting like, feels like time's running out, okay? Look at sudden wealth. Goodness gracious. Courtship. Coffin. So what I'm getting is that someone's finding out the truth that someone is not receiving an inheritance after all. And they are going to have to labor through, okay? And now, as a result of finding out this information, because they were trapped, okay, they were lured away, they've been manipulated and controlled here. And, you know, this anchor is, you know, representing something being uprooted, okay? It's almost like whatever roots, whatever was anchored is no longer anchored. It's heading out. It's moving away from whatever this is. And I'm getting it has something to do with this courtship, okay? And, you know, the fact that someone's seeing something as the jackpot, hitting the jackpot. So it's almost like someone thought they were hitting the jackpot, but it was an illusion, okay? In fact, they're in a worse position than when they started. And so everything that they were doing behind the scenes in secret, you know, I'm getting secret energy here. Like somebody may know the secrets. And I feel like someone else is going to know very shortly. And it could be this energy here wanting to share the concerns. It's almost like a little too late. It's a little too late, right? I feel like things are already like playing out here. There's like a bit of finality to this. Someone's going to have to work until they die energy, right? Instead of hitting a jackpot, right? Someone thought that they were going to hit the jackpot and never have to work again. And I feel like they're finding out that's not the truth. Okay. I feel like someone's reminiscing about someone else. That could be you, collective. It doesn't have to be. But that's what I'm getting. I'm getting like someone else's like they're daydreaming and remembering. Right? And they could be facing jail time. Okay? Because they're being seen as a thief here. Okay? Whatever they did with this false person, they're being held to account. All right? So they were holding on to strings, maybe even like stringing someone along for money, maybe even blackmailing somebody is what I'm getting. Okay, I feel like somebody might have trapped somebody doing something and use that to extort money from them. That also could be, or it could be like they did that in another way, like in the sense of like fraud. Okay, I'm getting fraud. All right, so what else are we sharing about this? Because this is no happy ending here. Okay. I'm getting someone may have lied about an inheritance. Message of concern. Yeah, I feel like somebody wants to warn you about something. Right? I feel like change is upon us. Right? I feel like somebody may have had to pack their stuff up and it's all in their car and they have nowhere to go. I feel like this may be a heads up for somebody. What's the advice here for them? This is not for everybody, yo. Okay, this could be you picking up and heading out. Wealthy man, huh? Who's this wealthy man? I feel like you could be someone who may have seen something coming before it actually presents itself. So you might not be so shocked. Okay, you may not be so shocked. Or maybe you will be shocked. Let's get more info. What are you trying to tell me here? Oh, okay. You could actually hear from somebody regarding something that could be owed to you. Okay, this could represent like, well, it's a family room. Adjudication. Somebody did something to somebody here. Huh. Official person and this house. High honor. I'm getting, you could be attracting a wealthy man, okay? They could have been dealing with their own kind of situations in life, but I'm also getting like this adjudication could be, you know, some sort of fairness coming your way, some sort of balance being restored here. I am getting with this family room and the thoughts coming out. They could know these people. This wealthy man could know these people, which might be interesting. There might be someone who's like an acquaintance. Interesting. And I feel like, you know, there could be some interest here. They might ask you to visit or talk somewhere. I'm getting like a neighbor, like, you know, like when you invite people over, you'd have them over in your like parlor, 222 on the timer when I was saying that. This is number 21. Yeah, like maybe over for tea or for coffee or some sort of like casual meeting of some kind. I'm also, like, this says a family room, so it also could be like someone who you've been in contact with before, like in a private space of some kind, or you will be. So it's almost like somebody may want to take it from a thought to an action. Let's see. Something about a house. Look at this. Okay. What do you want to say? Imprisonment. Someone may not be standing by anymore and letting somebody really get away with whatever this is. You might be finding out that this person is, you know, being held accountable. Okay. Then we have a journey ahead. There's a long journey ahead, and their bags are packed here. Okay, so this would be someone somewhere that like not just represents the fact that like there's a journey, okay, but there's also something here that is like you're not going to be bailing this person out. There's that for sure, right? And you are leaving without them, and I feel like that's the pressure here. They feel like they're being left behind, and you're moving on without them. And so there's this like, yeah, we're right back at the community here. I feel like, yeah, look at this great fortune playing out and a gift. Yeah, you're meant to share your gift with others, not for money, not for greed or anything like that. You're just meant to share it, right? I feel like there's this illness, this bad health, this difficult situation here playing out. It's sad. Like, you don't want to see anybody, you know, suffering or whatnot, but, you You know, I'm getting there was a lot here that happened. What do we got with this? Damage. There might be a financial loss you didn't foresee. You need to be prepared and have a contingency plan. This is not the time to take risks. Someone might be taking someone to court. There could be like charges pressed over here. You might have seen this coming. All right, the next card we got out was advancement. Career growth is on the horizon, and specifically in your field of work. So opportunities are coming your way, so don't waste any time. Take action to improve your finances. Okay, we also have just do it. Procrastination will not bring success at this time. This is the best moment to put your plans into action and just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Do it. Do it. All right. Guidance. Your angels and spirit guides are watching over you. Thank you. And they're working behind the scenes to clear the way for your opportunities. So stay optimistic. Okay. Change. Right? We saw that card. All right. It's time to take a leap of faith. Be more courageous in dealing with your finances. It may be uncertain, but may lead to great results. Bottom of that says you are great at promotions. Apply different marketing strategies to grow your business and continue to innovate to attract more sales. Marketing. Blessings. Unexpected fortune is on the way. This is a great time to enjoy the blessings pouring in. Your finances are doing well right now. Okay, and it says adjustments need to be made. You may need to make some adjustments to your spending. Your expectations are not being met at this time, so it's better to be prepared instead of regretful. All right. You mesmerize people with your charm and elegance. You have a style that captivates your audience. Use your confidence to your advantage. All right, we're going to stop there. Thank you. Those were fun. Yeah, I feel like the community is finally getting clarity of what was really going on behind the scenes here. And I feel like they were used in this plot, okay? And it's a plot for many things, but primarily, you know, there was this whole charade, this cover up, this cover story, you know, the lies to cover the lies, right? So things are coming to a head, and I feel like people's finances, people's way of life are being affected at this time for the action taken, okay? And what they're being held to account for is the betrayal and the deception and, you know, afflicting their pain and suffering on others so that they feel pain and suffering. So I feel like they're feeding the frenzy here, okay? They're literally feeding whatever it is attached, okay? And, you know, they have not great support, right? I feel like they also feed into this, right? And there's a need to cleanse the energy 100%. And, you know, Archangel Michael's involved. So if they think they're battling you in any kind of way, let's be clear, they're not, okay? They're not. All right, they will learn, you know, what they need to learn here, and so will they. And yeah, they're dealing with some legal issues now. Yep. All right, you guys, let's see. Anything else with these decks? No? Anything else you want to say? No? Do you want to do any signs? Okay. What do we got? Sagittarius. I got Leo. Cancer. Aries. Taurus. Gemini. Capricorn. Okay. Is that all the signs? Okay. What about letters? Okay. Let me shuffle this real quick. Whew. You know what I mean? Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Alright. First initial, last initial. Yours or theirs. We have an M. Claire Gustins. We have a C. We have a Y. We have an N and an R. A P. A B, an H, a T. A V, an A, an M. A J, an E. Clairsentient, telepathic, K. F. S. U. Clairvoyant, a G. Clairaudient, an Z, a D. Okay, psychometry, insight from an object. So if any of these like abilities you have questions about, then this hopefully will prompt you to do more info, like research. Look into what these mean. I have an I, I have an X, and I have an O. Precognition and an L. All right, let's see. Anything else here? We have one more. Clear empathy. Oof, I bet we're all picking up on all kinds of goodies. All right, y'all. We are going to stop it here. Stop in the name of love. Before you break my heart. Someone is heartbroken. All right. I don't ever sing that song ever. All right. So heal your heart. All right. It's important to take a time out and just breathe and heal your heart. All right. You deserve that. Whoever you are out there, you deserve that. All right, y'all. I'm going to leave you with that. I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Please remember to like, share, and comment, and subscribe. Check out the website to attend our events. Okay. They're coming up. Book a session with me or just check us out on our online shop. Okay. I'm adding stuff there as I find them and I like them. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe someone else will like them too. So happy to share. And I wish you guys the best, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye now.